Well, welcome to Bruce Bochy Field for today's conference series opener against Polk State College. On the mound for the Titans, Owen Simmons. Simmons will be making his 11th start of the season for the Titans. 4-3 with a 3.54 ERA, 52 strikeouts in 56 innings. Right-hander looks to get the Titans started here against Polk State College. Big conference game for both teams. Titans start the day 10-11 in the conference. Polk State 11-9. Simmons finishing up his warm-up tosses here at Bruce Bochy Field. We're about to get started. So Simmons done with his warm-up tosses. Center fielder Jordan Thomas will step in to lead things off for Polk State College. So Jordan Thomas steps in, hitting .336 this season. 5 doubles, couple triples, and a home run. First pitch from Simmons, strike one. Here's the 0-1, swinging strike, strike two. Quick start from Simmons as Thomas 0-2 to start the game. Here's the 0-2. Outside, ball one. So 1-2 now. Fouls that one away. Remains 1-2. Thomas was 3 for 13 last weekend against Indian River. That one's outside. Evens the count, 2-2. So Thomas now even the count after going down 0-2. Here's the pitch. Lined right back up the middle. That'll be a base hit to get things started for Polk State. That'll bring up the second baseman, Hayden Testerman. So Testerman steps in. He's hitting .313. 8 doubles, second in the team in doubles. Throw over. Thomas is back. That one just on the outside corner, strike. So 0-1. Here's the 0-1 to Testerman. Once again, throws over to first. Thomas is back. Hayden Testerman went 4 for 5 against the Weber International. Had 3 hits in the series against Indian River. 3-game hitting streak. Oh, 0-2 now. Simmons is ready. Testerman's in the box. Here, 0-2 once again. Checks the runner at first. He's back. Jordan Thomas has 9 stolen bases this year. Here's the 0-2 to Testerman, swinging strike. So the first strikeout of the day for Owen Simmons is the first out. That'll bring up the right fielder, Zach Lester. So Lester steps in, hitting .302, 4 home runs. Has 3 multi-hit games out of his last 5. First pitch from Simmons. Turns once again, throws over. Thomas once again back. First pitch, fouled off. Strike 1 to Lester. Playing right field. Simmons is ready again. Here's the 0-1. Outside, ball 1, 1-1. Once again, throws over. Thomas is back. So still a 1-1 count on Lester. Here's the pitch. Fouls that one straight back. Strike 2, 1-2 now. On the right fielder. So 1-2 count. He looks once again at Thomas, but he's going home. Outside, ball 2, 2-2. Thomas takes off. Tabolas throws a decent one, but Thomas makes it into second for the stolen base. Pitch was a ball, so full count now on Lester. With Thomas now at second. Simmons is set. Here's the full count pitch to Lester. Swinging strike. So Simmons with their second strikeout of the inning. 2 down now. Liam O'Neill will step up. So Liam O'Neill steps in, hitting .270, has 5 home runs, 26 RBIs. Big swinging strike, strike 1. Swinging strike for 0-2. Simmons gets ahead. O'Neill has a 4-game hitting streak going. Had 4 hits in the series against Indian River. Simmons is set. Here's the 0-2. Outside, ball 1. O'Neill leads the team with 26 RBIs. Has one at second, and Thomas. Here's the 1-2. Just misses inside corner. Good pitch there from Simmons. 2-2. So 2-2 now. Simmons is set. A bouncing ball. Jason Mack scoops it, throws, and gets him out. What a play by Jason Mack to end the first inning. And we'll head to the bottom of the first, scoreless here at Bruce Bochy Field. So Kevin Smith will step in for the Titans here in the bottom of the first inning. Smith hitting .319 this season. Couple triples, 4 home runs. First pitch, strike one. Smith back in the lineup after missing a couple games. Ball 1-1. A base hit for Kevin Smith, and now he's at his deadliest. He's looking for second, but he's going to go back. So Smith's now at first. 35 stolen bases, leads the state, 4th in the nation. See how long Smith takes before he tries to take second here. First pitch to DeBolo, ball 1. DeBolo's hitting .333 in 35 games. Three home runs, 8 doubles. Big swing there, strike one. 1-1. Smith, one of the leading stolen base runners in the NJCAA this season. Tabola tries to bunt that, fouls it off, strike 2. So now 1-2. Smith's on the run, and he's thrown out. So that's only the 3rd time this season that Kevin Smith's been caught stealing. Good throw from the catcher, Simon Scharf. And there's one away now. 2-2 on Bo Tabola. Zane Wright on the mound for Polk State. Ball's outside. 3-2 now. Wright's making his first start. Been in 17 games this season for Polk. That one hit deep to left field and over the head off the wall. Tabola rounds first into second for a double. So Tabola hits a double, and now Ryan Cerrone steps in. So Cerrone steps in now. Tabola's at second. Cerrone hits the first pitch down the right first baseline, foul. So 0-1 on Ryan Cerrone, hitting .273 this season. Here's the 0-1 from Zane Wright. That one gets past the catcher. Tabola moved to third. And now with a 1-1 count, Tabola's at third for Cerrone. So 1-1 count now on Cerrone. Zane Wright's ready. With Tabola now at third. Fouls that one straight back. Strike two. So Wright, infield in with the 1-2 pitch. Outside, ball two, 2-2. So Polk State defense playing to keep the run from scoring here in the bottom of the first inning. Two pitch to Cerrone. Ball three, 3-2, good eye. Now a full count to Cerrone. Gustavo Mendez on deck. Tabola at third still. Here's the 3-2 from Wright. Fouls that one off. Remains 3-2. Right set. Here's the 3-2 pitch. Cerrone hits that one. Nice stab by the shortstop. Throws over to first for the out. A great play by Josh Cruz there as the infield was played in. Made the diving stop. Tabola had to stay at third, and now there's two down. So Gustavo Mendez will step in. First baseman hitting .308 this season. Swings first pitch, grounder down to third. Good play by third base, but Mendez beats it out. Kenny Acevedo with a nice grab, but by the time he made the throw, Mendez made it down the line, beats it out, and that's an RBI single. The Titans take a 1-0 lead. So Bryce Jackson will step in now with Mendez at first. First pitch, ball one. Jackson steps in hitting 293. For Mendez, that was his 27th RBI. So 2-0 count now on Bryce Jackson. Fouls that one back. 2-1. Zane Wright's pitch. Fouls that one back. So 2-2 now on Jackson. 2 outs here in the bottom of the first. Titans take the lead 1-0 on Gustavo Mendez's RBI single. Right set. Here's the 2-2 swinging strike. So he gets Jackson to end the inning, but the Titans take a 1-0 lead as we head to the second inning at Bruce Bochy Field. So Kenny Acevedo will lead off the second inning. Comes into the game hitting 291, 9 doubles. Owen Simmons, first pitch right to Mack. Mack throws over to Mendez. 1 down. So Andy Schroeder steps in. First pitch, strike 1. Schroeder hitting 258 this season. 5 home runs, 5 doubles. Couple triples. Strike 2. Simmons ahead 0-2 now. 1 out. Hits that one off the end of the bat. And that'll fall in for the single. So Schrader on first for Simon Scharf. So Simmons is ready. First pitch to Scharf, strike one. Strike two once again. Owen Simmons ahead 0-2. So the 0-2 from Simmons. Ground ball. Mack has it. Throws to second. Over to first. Not in time. So fielder's choice for Scharf as he'll move to first. Now with 2 outs. So Cruz steps in. 2 down. Scharf now at first. Simmons is ready. Here's the pitch. Just misses, ball 1. Simmons checks Scharf. Now he pitch. Misses, ball 2, 2-0. Cruz hitting .265 this season. So 3-0 count now on Cruz. The 3-0 is strike from Simmons, 3-1. So the 3-1 from Simmons. Fouls that one. Mendez taking a look. Oh, just about made the catch, but strike 2. So now, full count on Josh Cruz. Almost a really great play by Mendez. All the way to the dugout, just missed it. So 2 outs. Three-two count. Simmons is ready. Fouls that one off. Scharf was on the run as it was a full count. And we'll do it again. Here's the pitch. Outside just misses. Simmons thought he had him. Instead, now 2 on, 2 out for the number 9 hitter, Derek Vermate. So Derek Vermate steps in. First pitch, fouls that back, strike 1. Left field today. Vermate getting the start today. That one's outside, ball 1, 1-1. Simmons is ready. Here's the 1-1. Just missed. Ball 2. So 2-1 now on from 8. 2 on, 2 out here in the top of the second inning at Bruce Bochy Field. Ground ball. Kevin Smith has it. Throws to Mendez, and that's the end of the inning. So Polk gets a couple on, but Simmons gets out of the jam, and we head to the bottom of the second. 1-0 Titans. Jeff Davis steps in to start the bottom of the second for the Titans. Davis hitting .364 this season for Eastern Florida. First pitch, high fly ball. Center fielder runs over and makes the catch. So Jordan Thomas makes the catch, and that's 1 out here in the bottom of the second. So Wright throwing strikes. Wright quickly ahead 0-2, and Shane Thomas gets hit by the pitch. So Thomas will head to first, and Jason Mack will come to the plate. So Jason Mack will step in now. First pitch, outside, ball 1. Mack hitting .330 this season. This is the 36th start. Fouls that one back. So the ball it's now 1-1 count. Fouls that one back. So it's now 1-2. Zane Wright sets. That one's hit to center field, dropping fast, and will be in for a hit. So Jason Mack with a single. Thomas now at second. 2 on, 1 out for Bryce Pax. So Pax steps in. 2 on, 1 out. Playing center field this afternoon. Showing bunt. Strike one. So 0-1 count now. Wright's ready. 2 on here in the second inning. Nice pitch there from Wright. Breaks in. Strike 2. 0-2 on Bryce Pax. So 0-2 count now. Outside, ball 1. So 1-2 count now on Bryce Pax. Wright's ready. Here's the pitch. That one's low. Ball 2, 2-2. So 2-2 count now. 2 on here, 1 out in the bottom of the second inning. Titans already have a 1-0 lead. Big swinging strike from Pax. And that'll be the second strikeout of the day, and it's a big one from Zane Wright, as now Kevin Smith steps in with 2 outs. So Kevin Smith will step in. Singled his first time up. Comes up here with 2 on, 2 out. Zane Wright's ready. Here's his pitch. Inside, ball 1. So 1-0 count now. Wright's ready. Kevin Smith's ready. Here's the pitch. That's a strike. 1-1 count now. So a 1-1 count with 2 outs. Kevin Smith's ready. Inside, ball 2, 2-1. Wright gets the sign. Kevin Smith's ready. Lines that one down the right field line, and it's in the galley. Around third and home is Shane Thomas. Jason Mack around third. He will score standing up on a triple from Kevin Smith. The ball gets by the third baseman, and Kevin Smith will score. Huge hit from Kevin Smith. And the Titans now have a 4-0 lead. So a huge 2-run triple from Kevin Smith scores on the air. Now has 28 RBIs. That's his third triple of the season. And quickly 0-2 on Bo Tabola. That pitch is low, ball one. Swinging strike, and Tabola strikes out for the third out, but the Titans get 3. We head to the third. Eastern Florida leading 4-0. Owen Simmons is done with his warm-up tosses and get ready to start the third. He'll face the top of the lineup, Thomas Testerman and Lester. First pitch, strike one from Owen Simmons. That one's grounded up the first base line. Strike two. Thomas singled his first time up. Stole second, but was stranded there. Simmons struck out 2 of the next 3. Now he's ahead 0-2 on Thomas. High fly ball. Cerrone in left field has it. So a deep first out. And now Hayden Testerman will step up. So Testerman steps in now with 1 out here in the third. First pitch, base hit. So Testerman hits the first pitch between shortstop and third. And 1 out with 1 out. Zach Lester will step in. Lester struck out back in the first. Steps back in here with a guy on first. That one just misses outside. Ball one. Simmons gets the sign. That one hit high in the air. Tabola looking for it and makes the catch. A good play by the catcher, Bo Tabola. And that's 2 down. Simmons will now face Liam O'Neill. First pitch, high fly ball foul, and out of play. Strike one. The 0-1 pitch, high, ball one. The 1-1 from Simmons. Swinging strike, strike two. So Simmons ahead of O'Neill, 1-2 now. Here's the 1-2. That one's hit a mile in the air. Jeff Davis under it, makes the catch. So we head to the bottom of the third. Titans leading 4-0. So Jason Sawyer will take over on the mound for Polk State. Jason Sawyer comes in with a 3.92 ERA. This will be his 13th appearance. 13 strikeouts in 20 2/3 innings. And he's finished with his warm-up tosses. He'll face Rowan Mendez and Jackson here in the bottom of the third. So Cerrone steps in, grounded out his first time up. Leads things off here in the third against Sawyer. First pitch just missed, ball one. Gets a swinging strike. Evens the count 1-1. That one's inside. So 2-1 count now on Cerrone. That one's inside. Ball 3. Here's the 3-1 pitch. High fly ball from Cerrone. And that one is caught. What a catch. What a great catch by left fielder Derek Vermain. Reached up over the wall, brought it back, stole a home run from Cerrone. Gustavo Mendez will step in now. What a play from Vermain. Now Mendez steps in with 1 out here in the 4th. 1-1 count now. Here's the 2-1. Outside, ball 3. Here's the 3-1. Out inside, ball 4. So a walk to Mendez. That'll bring up Bryce Jackson. So Jackson will step in as Sawyer's gotten man on first now with 1 out here in the 4th. Or bottom of the 3rd. Yeah. That one misses, ball 1. Here's the 1-0 from Sawyer. Swinging strike. So 1-1 count now. Called strike. 1-2. The 1-2 outside, ball 2, 2-2. That one misses, 3-2. Ball gets away a little bit, but Mendez stays at first. So here's the 3-2 pitch. Fouls that one back out of the play. And we'll do it again. So Sawyer set. Here's the 3-2. High, ball 4. So back-to-back walks from Sawyer, and that brings up Jeff Davis now. And I'm going to have a conversation with Sawyer. So Jeff Davis will step in now. That one's outside, ball one. So 1-0 count. Jeff Davis going to probably want to see a fastball here. Did not go, so ball two. 2-0. So Sawyer's walked the last two, and now 2-0 to Jeff Davis here in the third inning. Here's the 2-0 pitch. Gets the outside corner, strike one. So 2-1 count now on Jeff Davis. Sawyer set. Swinging, fouls that one off. Strike two, 2-2. One out here in the bottom of the third. Titans have two on. Jeff Davis at the plate. Davis back in the box. Sawyer ready with the 2-2 pitch. Swinging strike from Davis. A big strike out there from Sawyer. And two down now. That brings up Shane Thomas. So Thomas steps in now. He's hit by a pitch and scored back in the second inning. Steps up here with two outs, two on. In the third. First pitch low, ball one. Here's the 1-0. High fly ball. Right fielder has a beat and makes the catch. So Sawyer walks a couple but gets out of the jam, and we head to the fourth. Titans leading 4-0. So Owen Simmons done with his warm-up tosses here as we head to the top of the fourth. He'll face the middle of the lineup for Polk State. Kenny Acevedos lead things off. Grounded out the first time up. Leads off the fourth against Owen Simmons. First pitch, strike one. Simmons has allowed 3 hits today. Strike two, 0-2 now. Oh, 2 count. Simmons is ready. Good pitch there. Strike 3 looking. Third strikeout of the day for Owen Simmons is the first out here in the fourth. Brings up Andy Schroeder. So Andy Schroeder will step up. Strike one. That one's hit high and out of play. Strike two. So Simmons ahead 0-2 once again. Schroeder grounded out to shortstop first time up. Here's the 0-2 pitch. High, ball one. So 1-2 count. Simmons gets that one hit in the air. Kevin Smith at second base taking a look and makes the catch. 2 down. So 2 outs here in the fourth. Simon Scharf will step in, reach on a fielder's choice first time up. First pitch, strike from Owen Simmons. Strike two. So third straight batter, 0-2 count from Simmons, working ahead. Here's the 0-2 to Scharf. High and tight gets him, so Scharf will head to first base. And that'll bring up Josh Cruz. So Cruz steps up with 2 down, and now runner at first. First pitch outside, ball one. Simmons gets the sign. The 1-0 to Cruz. Turns, throws to first. That pitch outside, ball two, 2-0. Simmons gets the sign. The 2-0 pitch to Cruz. Strike one. Good pitch there. And now it's 2-1 to Cruz. Simmons is set. Good pitch. 2-2 now. Simmons comes back, evens the count, 2-2. Two outs here in the top of the fourth. Just gets a piece to stay alive. And we'll do 2-2 once again. Cruz walked his first time up. Grounder to Simmons. Simmons turns, throws to Mendez, and that's the end of the inning. So another clean inning from Owen Simmons. We head to the bottom of the fourth with the Titans leading 4-0. So Jason Mack will step in to lead things off here in the bottom of the fourth for the Titans. Mack singled and scored back in the second inning. Steps in here to lead things off against Jason Sawyer. Sawyer's first pitch, high, ball one. Sawyer's ready with the 1-0. Fouls that one straight back, strike one. So 1-1 count now on Jason Mack. Swinging strike, strike two. 1-2 now. Here's the 1-2 pitch to Mack. Inside, ball two, 2-2. The 2-2. Fouls that one straight back. Sawyer with the 2-2. Hit that one down the line, but foul. Here's the 2-2 from Sawyer. That one hit to left field. Fermate under it, makes the catch. So Bryce Pax will step in. Takes first pitch, strike one. Ball 1-1. The 1-1. Got underneath that one. High fly ball. Cruz calls for it and makes the catch out in the outfield. 2 up, 2 down. So Kevin Smith steps in. Had a 2-run triple, also singled so far today. Ball 1. That one breaks down in, strike 1, 1-1. Good pitch from Sawyer there. Evens the count, 1-1. 2-1 now. Rips that one foul down the line. 2-2. Here's the 2-2. To Cruz it short. He has it, throws over, and that's the inning. So 1-2-3 inning from Sawyer. We'll head to the 5th. Titans leading 4-0. Derek Fermate leads things off. takes strike one from Simmons. Vermate made a great catch in left field. Rips that one to right field. Jeff Davis on it. Makes the catch. One out. So Jordan Thomas will step in. 1 for 2 so far today. One out here in the fifth. Simmons is ready. First pitch. So 1-0 count. Swinging strike. Strike one. 1-1. So 2-1 count now on Thomas. Simmons is ready. Thomas gets a hold of that one. Pax going back in center field and makes the catch. So Testerman steps in, 1 for 2 so far today with 2 outs here in the fifth. Hits the first pitch, and that's another single for him. So Testerman now 2 for 3, and with 2 outs, Zach Lester will step up. So Lester steps in. He's 0 for 2. With Testerman at first now. 2 outs here in the fifth. Outside, ball 1 from Simmons. That one's a high fly ball, deep and out of here. Zach Lester with the 2-run homer. And now it's 4-2 Titans. For Lester, that's his 5th home run of the season. Two-run shot with 2 outs here in the fifth. So Liam O'Neill will step in now. 2 outs, and now it's a 4-2 game. First pitch fouled straight back, strike 1. So 0-1 now. Simmons is ready. Pitch misses inside. Ball 1, 1-1. Simmons ready. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Inside corner, strike 2, 1-2. So the 1-2 count. Swinging strike, and he gets O'Neill on the strikeout to end the inning, but Zach Lester's home run makes it 4-2 Titans now, and we head to the bottom of the fifth. So Bo Tabola will step in against Jason Sawyer here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Polk State with the 2-run home run gets back in the game. First pitch, high, ball 1. Here's the 1-0. Swinging strike from Tabola, 1-1. Fouls that one. Up and out of play. Strike 2, 1-2 on Tabola. Tabola 1 for 2, doubled and scored in the first inning. Struck out in the second. Now it's a 1-2. Here's the pitch. 2-2. So the 2-2. Tabola gets a hold of that one deep to center field. But Thomas is there and makes the catch. 1 out in the bottom of the 5th. And that'll bring up Ryan Cerrone. So Cerrone will step in. Robbed of a home run back in the 3rd inning. Ball 1, high. For a mate in left field, robbed Cerrone of what looked like a home run for sure. Nubs that one down the first base line. Fair ball. First baseman will beat him to the bag, and that's 2 down. So Gustavo Mendez will step in. Mendez had an RBI single in the first, walked in the 3rd. Swinging strike to start the at-bat. Sawyer's come in and retired 7 in a row now. That ball's outside. Ball 1, 1-1. Mendez is ready. Here's the 1-1. Fouls that one off. 1-2. So 1-2 count. Sawyer's ready. Here's the pitch. Inside, ball 2. So Mendez, 2-2 now. He's ready. Fouls that one off. Remains 2-2. 2 outs here in the bottom of the 5th. 2-2 count on Mendez. Cruz moves toward third base at short. And it's hit right to him. Oh, nasty hop, but Cruz makes it. High throw, makes the play. So 1-2-3 once again. Sawyer's now retired 8 in a row, and we head to the 6th inning. Titans leading 4-2. Owen Simmons back on the mound for the Titans as we start the 6th inning. Simmons has 4 strikeouts, allowed 5 hits. He'll face Acevedo, Schroeder, and Scharf here in the 6th from Polk State. So Acevedo steps in. Kenny Acevedo 0 for 2. Owen Simmons starting the 6th inning here. Bruce Bochy Field. First pitch outside, ball 1. Here's the 1-0 from Simmons. Checked his swing. Strike. So 1-1 now. Strike 2. Simmons now ahead 1-2. Here's the 1-2. Just gets a piece of that one to foul it off. My apologies. He did not get it, and that's strike 3. Ball got away from Bo to Bola, and I just thought it was a foul ball, but it's another strikeout for Owen Simmons. Andy Schroeder will step up. First pitch, ball 1 from Simmons to Andy Schroeder. Singled and then flew out. Swinging strike, strike 1. Here's the 1-1. 2-1. Here's the 2-1 from Simmons. That one fouled off. Out of play. 2-2. Here's the 2-2. Ball 3, 3-2. Here's the 3-2 pitch. Swinging strike for another strikeout. That's 2 in the 6th. 6 for the day for Owen Simmons. And up comes Simon Scharf. Scharf steps in. First pitch, strike 1. So 0-1 count now on Scharf. hit by a pitch and reached on a fielder's choice so far today. Swinging strike, strike 2. So 0-2 now, 2 outs here in the top of the 6th. Titans leading a 4-2 against Polk State in the series opener. Strike 3, got him looking. A 1-2-3 strikeout inning from Owen Simmons. Now has 7 on the afternoon, and we head to the bottom of the 6th. Titans leading 4-2. So Polk State goes to the bullpen once again. A great outing from Jason Sawyer. His day is done. Roman Correnti steps in, be his 16th appearance, and he'll face Bryce Jackson to lead things off. Bryce walked the last time up. That one just misses, ball 1. That one's outside, ball 2. Correnti has 23 strikeouts in 24 and 2/3 innings. He's 2-1 this season. Strike 1, 2-1. Here's the 2-1. Low, ball 3, 3-1. So Jackson has a 3-1 count here to lead off the bottom of the 6th for the Titans. Strike 2. Here's the 3-2. That one hit hard to second base. Takes a weird hop, but he makes the catch. And that's the first out. So with 1 out, Jeff Davis will step up. First pitch, high fly ball. Catcher makes the catch. A good play by Simon Scharf. And 2 down. So Shane Thomas will step up now with 2 down. So 2 down now. Corinthy now facing Shane Thomas. First pitch outside, ball 1. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Thomas rips that down to first. First baseman stays with it, makes the play. And another 1-2-3 inning for the Polk State bullpen. We head to the 7th inning. The Titans leading 4-2. Josh Cruz steps in to start the 7th inning. Owen Simmons back on the mound after a great 6th inning. Struck out the side. Jeff Davis on the run, makes the dive but can't make the catch. Cruz heads into second and is safe. Jeff Davis made a nice running dive, but just fell up short. And they're going to take a look at Josh Cruz at second. Not sure if he hurt himself running in the second or the slide. And actually, Josh Cruz is going to have to leave the game. He's limping as he walks off the field. So he walked, doubled, and grounded out today. Made some great plays at shortstop. He'll be replaced. Kustar Webb will come in and run for Josh Cruz, as Derek Fermaint will step up to the bat. So Derek Fermain will step in. 0 for 2. Kustar Webb now at second. Simmons is ready. Here's the pitch. Strike one. Swinging strike. Strike two. Here's the 0-2 from Simmons. That one ripped down the line and fair. That'll drive in Webb coming from second. Fermain dives into second with the double, and it's 4-3. So the conference is over. And now the top of the lineup, Jordan Thomas will step in. Thomas 1 for 3 so far today. Comes up here with tying run at second as Polk State has rallied the last few innings to get back into this game. Titans lead 4-3. Shows bunt, follows it straight back. So strike one. Fermain now at second. 0-1 count. Simmons gets the sign. Strike two. So 0-2 count now. Simmons gets the sign. That one's low. The runner takes off for third. The throw, not in time. So Fermain takes third. And now on a 1-2 count to Thomas. Simmons going to try to strand the runner here at third and keep the lead for the Titans. Nobody out. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Fouls that one straight back. Simmons is ready. Here's the 1-2. That one hit out to center, and that's going to fall in for a hit. The run will score from third, and we're tied up 4-4. So Simmons now. So Simmons will stay in and face Hayden Testerman. 2 for 3 so far today. First pitch, low, ball one. 3 straight hits from the Polk State here in the 7th. Bullpen working for the Titans. Simmons, here's the 1-0. Shows bunt, lays it down. Simmons takes the throw to Mendez, and the out is made. So a sacrifice bunt from Testerman. Moves the runner to second, Thomas. And now with 1 out, Zach Lester will come up. So Lester steps in, hit a 2-run home run his last time up. Simmons, big swinging strike. Swinging strike, strike 2. Simmons ahead 0-2 quickly here on Lester. 4-4 game now as Polk has scored twice here in the 7th. Tie things up. Simmons with the 0-2 pitch. Swinging strike for the strikeout. Strikeout number 8 is a big one, as now there's 2 outs in the 7th. And Liam O'Neill will come up. So Liam O'Neill steps in, 0 for 3 so far today. Thomas at second base, 2 outs now, 4-4 game. First pitch hit to Kevin Smith. Smith makes the play to first, and Simmons gets out of the jam, but not before Polk State ties it 4-4. So Jason Mack will step up here in the bottom of the 7th. So we have a brand new game, tied 4-4. Mack singled and scored in the 2nd inning, flew out in the 4th. Shows bunt. Fouls it off. Strike 1. So Max steps back in here. Correnti on the mound for his second inning. Mack gets a hold of that one high. Center fielder makes a running catch. Another great catch from Jordan Thomas. And that's the first out. Thomas covered a lot of ground on that one to make that out. That'll bring up Bryce Pax. So Pax steps in with one out. That one's outside, ball one. Pax steps back in now, 1-0 count. One out here in the bottom of the seventh. Correnti's pitch. Strike one, outside corner. Here's the 1-1. Inside, ball two, 2-1. Good eye by Pax there. Here's the 2-1. Good pitch from Correnti, 2-2. That ball had some break to it. Now Pax is ready. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Swinging strike. Correnti gets the strikeout. 2 up, 2 down here in the seventh. Kevin Smith coming to the plate. So Kevin Smith steps in, 2 for 3. Had the big 2-run triple. Ball inside. Here's the 1-0. That one a slow ground ball to the shortstop. Over to first, and another 1-2-3 inning for Polk State. So Owen Simmons in for the 8th inning. Tie ball game, 4-4. So Kenny Acevedo will lead things off here in the 8th. Owen Simmons back on the mound for the Titans. First pitch, strike one. So Simmons is ready now. Gets the sign for the 0-1 pitch. Ground ball to shortstop. Jackson has it over to first, and that's the first out. So Simmons will face Schroeder now. Schroeder 1 for 3. First pitch misses, ball 1. Strike 1, good pitch there from Simmons. 1-1 now. The 1-1 pitch from Simmons. Swinging strike, strike 2. So 1-2 count, 1 out here in the 8th inning. Simmons is set. Here's the pitch. Just misses, 2-2. So here's the 2-2. Jams him, high fly ball. Mendez calling for it. And Gustavo makes the catch, 2 down. So 2 up, 2 down here in the 8th. So Simon Sharp steps in now with 2 outs. First pitch, strike 1. Simmons now 0-1. That one's high, ball 1, 1-1. Here's the 1-1. That pitch misses, ball 2, 2-1. So 2-1 with 2 outs. Sharp is ready. Here's Simmons' pitch. Ball 3, 3-1. So 2 quick outs. Sharp's worked the count 3-1 here in the 8th inning. Tie ball game. Gets that for a strike, 3-2. So full count now, 2 outs. Here in the top of the 8th, tie ball game, 4-4. That one hit hard past the diving Bryce Jackson for a single. So Sharp with a 2-out hit, and that'll bring up Kustar Webb. So Owen Simmons' day is done, and it was a good one. 7 2/3 innings, 8 strikeouts. The man on first is his, but 4 runs. Kustar Webb will step in. He was 2 for 3 with 3 runs scored against us back in February. So Polk State goes to Kevin Brunette to pinch hit here against Landon Moore. Landon Moore making his 16th appearance. 22 strikeouts at 18 and 2/3 innings. Swinging strike there. Strike one. Has a 2-1 record with a 4.82 ERA. So 1-1 to Brunet. That one's outside, ball 2. Brunet has shown some power. 55 at bats. He's got 3 home runs, hitting .255. 2-1 count here against Moore. Swinging strike, strike 2. Sharp at first base. 2-2 count now as Landon Moore comes in to try to get out of the 8th inning for the Titans. Brunette is ready. Here's the 2-2 pitch from Moore. Outside, ball 3, 3-2. So full count, 2 outs here. Landon Moore's ready. And here's his pitch. Lined right to Bryce Jackson, and they get out of the inning. So Landon Moore does his job. And we head to the bottom of the 8th, tied 4-4 here at Bruce Bochy Field. So Polk State will hand the ball to Wade Johnson here in the 8th. Johnson has a 4-3 record with 5 saves, 2.10 ERA, 27 strikeouts, 30 innings. So Bo Tabola will step in to lead off the bottom of the 8th for the Titans in a 4-4 game. So Johnson's first pitch, outside, ball 1. So Wade Johnson. Bo gets a piece of that one. 1-1 now. Wade Johnson tied for the league lead in saves. Here's the 1-1. Good pitch there, strike 2. Here's the 1-2. Outside, ball 2. Good eye there from Tabola. Evens the count, 2-2. So 2-2 now. Tabola's set. Here's the pitch from Johnson. Outside, ball 3, 3-2. So Tabola works the count full. Tabola's ready. Johnson's got the sign. Here's the pitch. Outside, ball 4. So Tabola ends a streak of 15 straight set down by the Polk State bullpen as he earns the walk, and now Ryan Cerrone will step in. So Cerrone will step in now. Showing bunt. High inside pitch, ball 1. Tabola has pretty good speed at first. They're going to have a conversation now with the pitcher Johnson. So it's a 1-0 count now on Cerrone. Good bunt. They go to first. The sacrifice bunt for Ryan Cerrone. Tabola goes to second, and now with one out, Mendez will come up. So Mendez will step in now. Had an RBI single in the first, walked in the third, grounded out in the fifth. Comes up here in a big spot as they look to take the lead here in the bottom of the eighth. That pitch inside, ball one. Wade Johnson came in with great control, struggling a little bit so far today. 2-0. It was only his 13th walk of the season in 28 innings that put Tabola on, and now he's 2-0 to Mendez. Mendez fouls that one off, 2-1. Johnson taking his time. Here's the 2-1 to Mendez. Two and two now. Evens the count, 2-2 now. Mendez sets. Right back up the middle, and that'll be a base hit. Tabola rounds third, and he will score. A big RBI single for Gustavo Mendez, and the Titans have the lead once again. The second RBI single of the day for Gustavo Mendez. And Titans take the lead 5-4 here in the bottom of the eighth. So Bryce Jackson steps in now. Jackson Wargo pinch running for Mendez. That pitch is strike on the outside corner. Jackson's walked 0 for 2 today. Here's the 0-1. Gets under that high fly ball. And out of play. Strike one. Strike two. So 0-2 now on Bryce Jackson. So one out. Wargo at first. Jackson has an 0-2 count. Wade Johnson set. Fouls that straight back. Remains 0-2. Johnson's ready. Here's the 0-2. Swinging strike. So a big strikeout from Johnson. And now there's 2 outs for Jeff Davis. So Davis steps in. He's 0 for 3 today. Wargo at first. Wargo safe, slides back in. Took just a little bit longer to get back to first, and they almost had him, but he gets back there. It was ball 1-0. So 1-0 from Johnson. Jeff Davis looks at that one. Good pitch. Strike one. 1-1 now. 2 outs here in the bottom of the 8th. Titans have a 5-4 lead now. Here's the 1-1 from Johnson. Davis shows bunt. Strike 2. So now a 1-2 count. Davis takes a big breath, gets back in the box. Wargo at first. Time is called. Davis ready now. Wade Johnson has the sign. Here's the 1-2 pitch to Davis. Davis gets a hold of one. It's deep. It's high. And it's out of here. Jeff Davis with his 3rd home run of the season, and the Titans take a 7-4 lead in the 8th inning. A huge swing from Jeff Davis. Puts the Titans up 7-4. Ball 1 to Shane Thomas now. Here's the 1-0 from Johnson. Ball 2, 2-0. Thomas takes a big swing. 2-1 now. So 2-1 count now. Shane Thomas. Thomas pops that up. High fly ball from 8. Drops it. Thomas into second. So Thomas is on with the error. Now at second base. And Jason Mack will step to the plate. So Jason Mack will now step up. First pitch from Johnson. Fouled off, strike 1. So 0-1 now on Mack. Mack hits a high popper. Catcher catches it, throws to first for the out. So good play by the catcher ends the inning. But the Titans get 3 and lead 7-4 as we head to the top of the 9th inning. Now pitching. So David Morrissey takes over on the mound. Looking to get 3 outs and get the save here for the Titans. He'd actually get the win. Finishing up his warm-up tosses. Jeff Davis with a big 2-run home run. Gives the Titans a little breathing room. So Morrissey takes over. And he'll face Andre Mason pinch hitting here to start off the top of the 9th. First pitch, ball 1. Here's the 1-0 from Morrissey. Fouled that one off, strike 1. Here's the 1-1. Fouls that one off, strike 2. So 1-2 count now on Andre Mason. Swinging strike. David Morrissey strikes out the first hitter here in the 9th. And we go to the top of the lineup. Jordan Thomas coming to the plate. Thomas 2 for 4. Drove in a run. Morrissey's pitch, strike 1. The 0-1, ball 1. 1-1 now. To Thomas, who had an RBI single in the 7th. Good strike there, strike 2. Morrissey, ground ball to Mack. Mack scoops it up, throws the first. Isaiah Santiago playing first base with a nice stretch, and there's 2 down. Polk State going to have a conversation with the ump over that last call. So Morrissey's now ready. Hayden Testerman. Strike 1. Testerman's 2 for 3, has sacrifice bunt as well. Scored once. He goes, and that's a strikeout, and that's your ball game. David Morrissey comes in and gets a 1-2-3 inning, striking out 2. And the Titans pick up a win, 7-4 over Polk State College. They'll go to Polk State on Saturday for a doubleheader. Titans get a win. We will see you next time.